down. Nigga, go back, check the YouTube. It was just my voice. I said, what the fuck? She was annoyed. Let's see, check YouTube now. You might need to redo the okay, it's working. It's working out. You might need to redo the Facebook going live thing, but it's live now. Now I'm back out of here.
Okay, I think. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm okay. Cool, that works. All right, appreciate it, man.
All right, for sure.
All right,
Not bad.
all right, guys. So we are live now. This took me a little bit, but I'm watching this level here, so I'm gonna just tread lightly here. We're gonna sell one contract here, nothing crazy. You see this level holds. Look at two contracts. This is all. This is not financial advice. It's just me training markets based off of what we're seeing. All right, and what I do like, I guess we can sell three. What I do like about this is we've kind of hung at these highs here. We made a higher high. So if you look at your S&P 500, S&P did not make a high high, while Nasdaq did. So I just want to see. With that being said, and then we also gave price also gave us this fair value gap here. So I just want to see, does this hold and at least give us some jump lower? Overall, we have to understand that it's holiday season and these markets just really do nothing today. It could be a nothing burger because the markets are going to stop closing at 1 p.m. I think for Juneteenth. So, um, and I also like to place trades. I think it's very important to place trades around 10 o'clock. So here's 10 o'clock right here. So perhaps this can act as a turning point. Is what I'm kind of trying to see if we get here. But this is not the strong. If I'm being real, this is a drill right here. This is not a strong setup because you see, there's no real strong structure. All we have just a fair value gap here. Um, there's nothing real strong here. There's less liquidity in price right now, so I'm not really enthused about this position. It's just a filler position. If I had some more structure, like I really liked gold earlier today. Gold was so beautiful. This right here was a nice entry point on gold to expect the price to drop lower. That was nice. See that there's more bigger structure and more big candles going up and then coming down. You look on NASDAQ here, it's just stalling, go to this right up. It's kind of not really moving. So it's not really any strong momentum here. So this to me is signs of obviously a holiday coming up on Friday. So unless we get some strong candles, I'm not really enthused. But what I do see that's making me even consider taking a short is, again, this fair value gap right here. And I like how price danced here and then ran away. So it looks like this wants to hold. Now I just want to see this take price lower and at least go below these lows. That's ideal of what I want to see. But this is like, in terms of like a setup, an actual like trade setup, this be like a C minus. Just because there's no real strong structure, like I said. Just like trying to squeeze the lemon for the last drip of juice here. Okay. Let's kind of zoom out a little bit. Now again, if this was to get going though, if it was to get going, obviously I like these lows being taken. And then if we get momentum, can we make our way towards this single over here? That's what I would like to see. Okay, so I want to see some momentum start taking place. But so far, all we do have is this dancing around, price making this one high. And keep in mind, price running above here, we did not get that on US 30. So let's go to US 30. Let's compare US 30 real quick with NASDAQ. How do you compare again? I don't know how to compare. I'm just messing with y'all. So let's go to US 30, for example. Let's see US 30. Let's do this. Let's do this. Compare. I'm going to do a new pane. I'm going to make this candlesticks. Okay. So this is how you can compare charts. So you can see US 30 made its high here. And if you comparably, NASDAQ kept going higher and higher and higher. US 30 not. So that's the only reason why I was a little bit interested in that fair value gap there. But again, this is not the strongest structure at all. At all. So this is just like just testing a little position in a market that I know has less liquidity due to there being a holiday tomorrow, or today really, at 1 p.m. So the market's going to stop trading at 1 p.m. So that being said, liquidity is going to be thinner. So this is the only thing I'm watching right now. I want to see this hold. If it doesn't hold, then hopefully we get some, maybe it's supposed to move higher, that then starts correcting with some aggression. I would like to see just more liquidity. This is just a bunch of consolidation. All right. So that's that. I'm going to collapse this 30 right here. By the way, any other day, when you have a scenario like that, let's actually put it back on there. Let's go on the 5-minute chart. Notice how you see these highs over here. I love to have days like that where 30 didn't run up above its intraday highs, while NASDAQ did so, which you see does here. But I would like to do more explosiveness, more candles. Those days tend to create then a reversal pattern. So I like days like that, right? Whether it's S&P or US 30, one of them fails to do something the other does. Like in this case, NASDAQ went above these highs and the rest did not do so. Well, US 30 not do so. That'll be where I can start saying, okay, where can I see sales? I'm going to look for a reversal pattern. Okay. But you have to keep in mind when the markets are thin, you can't ignore that and just expect every day to be a salad day. It doesn't work that way. You can see it in the candles. No one has to really tell you that. You can look at the candles and see how weak they are. Like, there's less momentum in these candles. There's nothing going on. If you look at your S&P 500, even furthermore, you'll see. Look at S&P. Like, what is this? You know, this is how the market doesn't want to do nothing. I'd rather explode higher and then give a strong rejection lower. But within this range, really, it's really nothing going on. So I'll put it back on that. I'm just kind of showing you like this is not a trade. I'm not like it's not an exciting like with experience and knowledge. This is not a trade where I'm like excited about like trying to hang my head on. Oh, this trade is gonna hit. Like no, this is just me pressing buttons on a demo account today, and just wanting to show or just execute. It's like a practice day. There we can sit back, relax, don't put too much leverage on the line, unless we see some strong candles in, okay, cool. But apart from that, no, I'm not excited about putting really anything on the line, any risk on the line in this market right now. Now again, gold had a better scenario because I was looking at this 5-minute fair value gap here, and you can see this breaker here. Let's go on lower time frame. This whole set of down close candles here, price just peaked into that and then slowly but surely faded lower. That was a beautiful setup. Slowly but surely did its thing. Boom, boom. So I expect these lows to get taken on gold. But I wanted a deeper retracement here, honestly, and I was going to take it, but it had a very light retracement and then sunk. So I'll let that one go. Now we're just dealing with NASDAQ. So here, still holding. It would be great to see some momentum, guys, like some good candles, and I'll get more excited and maybe add a position. But this is just part of trading where you sit back and you're a fisherman. Just take your time. It's not a rush. Truth Social. Israel, Hezbollah agreed to ceasefire. It's good. A lot of good news recently. We'll see how much it holds. A lot of great news. Oil prices can come down. I mean, they've been hitting people over the head with these oil prices. Gas is cheaper. I saw gas for. So my car uses premium gas. So I saw gas for what, $3.80? Man, I have to fill up my tank. I haven't seen that. I mean, I live in Houston, in Texas. I haven't seen that much of a cheap gas in a while, so I just had to do what I do. So oil prices come down, I'm gonna fill in my tank just in case. 'Cause I have this fear that it might The work easily pop off again, then prices go through the roof again. Easily. Very quiet day today. Very, very quiet day today. Marcus ain't doing much. My volume is high enough. Sometimes I just ask myself, these markers want to drop. It's gonna play around the whole session. We got about 3 hours for this thing to show something. Show some life. Maybe if I move my mouse like this, it will cause it to drop. You know, like in soccer, you're like pass the ball. So maybe I can, right here, just do that little drop you like to do. That little drop. Watch it drop. Just do that little drop, like just drop a little bit. You know what I'm talking about. That little drop. Not the opposite. Oh man. What other market can we look at? Wow, this is doing its little dance. See what oil's doing. This is actually pre-war levels. We came back to those levels. It's crazy. So I want to see around these highs, and this is still possible because if these, Iranians, if they decide to still continue the war, we could still see price go crazy. Because I just don't like how these highs look. They look clean, but if not, price can easily, tank below here and keep dropping. But this is a critical point. This is where the war started. This right here, that gap up in price, it's around this time. And price has come all the way back to levels. Actually interesting. SpaceX. SpaceX is like finally having a little peeling back. I would like to see this go back below its IPO opening price, and maybe it's a good buy there. Long term, don't bet against Elon Musk. I think Elon Musk is the guy. He's a trillionaire, so I wouldn't bet against him long term. But this looks like a nice little sell-off that can take place on SpaceX. just in the meantime being, because a lot of people get hyped over an IPO and just want to be in the market, but they can easily start taking this a little bit, make them uncomfortable, make them exit their positions before then continue to real move higher on SpaceX. I think this is a bullish stock regardless to hold long term. But those that want to rush to short term glory will probably feel some short term pain. Euro. Euro again has been dropping. These lows here are still have still not been tagged, so we can expect that perhaps later in the week or in the month. Really, we might see a retracement back to this fair value gap to then give us that last drop. But it's very interesting. I've been calling dollar. If you're paying attention, I was calling dollar going higher since we were down here. I mentioned this order block, how this is going to push price higher to this high. This one price did this, and like on this candle, I was talking about it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks later. Here we are at these highs I was expecting, and it did it beautifully. Just very structured. Took out liquidity here, goes higher, drops lower, fair value gap. I also mentioned this level here, how this could support price. Goes higher, drops lower, no fair value gap in here, and boom, to these highs. I mean, very, very structured. Those are moves that can create generational, I won't call it generational, but a lot of money, just paying attention to those longer term movements, longer term price movements. When you can see them on a weekly chart and just stick to that conviction. Yes, you're going to have some weeks where price, might go against you like 1, 2, 3 weeks. But those weeks it goes in your favor, man, do they move? Just bullish, strong bullish candles. And we saw that opposite take place on, EU. You can see that. All that dancing around, right? This volume imbalance right here. Price dance around in this level here. A little space in price right there. Dance there and then finally tanked. Beautifully done. Now, what I'm a little worried about, you know how on the euro, we did not take out these lows, but here on the contract we did. So have we done enough? It's a question. Because we took out the lows here on the contract side of things. Pound, we didn't take out the lows here. Overall, same concept. This is a higher time frame breakdown, guys. It's beautiful to see these things. So, like, whenever you're, and this is why you got to stick, the power trading is sticking to a longer term view, right? Understand where the markets are going long term. That can help you then frame your trades going forward. So, yes, there's a lot of dancing here, but once it released, it's off to the races. Off to the races. What else can we look at? Yeah. Those are all the things that we look at, to be honest. So let's go back to NASDAQ. NASDAQ, frankly speaking, if I'm being real, this looks like it wants to keep going higher, make an all-time high. My only weirdness about this is that I want to say this one. So when you do B adjust, it's right around its highs. When you do this, it hasn't. So it's kind of weird. And honestly, I don't know the answer to that, if I'm being real. I don't know what that even means. All the years of trading, I don't know. That's one I still am trying to grasp. But anyways, let's get back to just watching NASDAQ on this current contract. So again, that level seems to just be holding well, but with no real movement here. Again, on any other day, this would at least have already found its way lower or went against this. So this is what I mean by knowing the markets, knowing when to push it, knowing when to just say, today's going to be a relaxed day. Because sometimes when you don't have the knowledge, you're just expecting every trade to do something for you. Every day do something. Some days are gonna be very lackadaisical. These are one of those days where expectations are there. You can see it in the candles. Look at all these wicks back and forth. There's nothing really exciting about this. Yes, we have this one fair value gap here. And that's why we're hanging our hat on this trade, but it's not really something to be super excited about. Markets are thin. Yeah, so the market just went to sleep. This is not, I'm about to go sleep. Look at this thing. It's a boring day. Boring day. There's nothing going on. Let's give us some momentum. Boring day, as expected. Yo, oh, it's not looking well. Let's see. Oh yeah, I see. Ain't nothing going on anyways. As expected. Hmm. Okay. Next week, I'm about to end the live in like probably 2 to 5 minutes. Call it a day. All right. Guys, I'm about to just call it a day. There's nothing here as expected. Just a very lackadaisical day. overall, is there anything I want to call out for the week? I think one thing I will say, this is a month where the volatility has kicked up. And this is like the playoffs, is how I feel. Meaning like the volatility is kicked up, everyone's more aggressive, and it's a opportunity to like make a name for yourself or for your family. Because there's a lot of volatility in the market. So it's a great time to take advantage because the way these markets are moving, we're talking about 300, 400 point swings, right? Look at this day, right? This is a 540 point swing if you caught those sales. One micro contract is $1,000. 5,000. So these are days that like are happening on a daily in this month. So I think we had all those bad months take place in the previous months, and now we're in a month where we're seeing. Look at this, 570 point swings in one day. Okay, so it's a lot of stuff going on right now. Is it right here? Let's see. It's another day, almost 400 points on this day. So it's not about increasing the risk; it's really about just catching the moves, right? And then taking advantage of it, because this month I see it as a month where there's a lot of money that could be made. I mean, look what's been happening since June, right? Look at all this dropping, like movement taking place. So I would say if it's time to lock in on the charts, it's now. It's now, no time better. And sometimes, if you read books, you listen to, and I've seen this as well, a lot of times your trading will be like 2-3 months of the year give you your best opportunities. And June is one of those months where I feel is obviously providing an environment where there's a lot of liquidity, and the goal is to take advantage and be sharp on these charts every day, every day. And also even today, yeah, today's quiet, very quiet as expected. But who knows? This could have moved. I mean, even catching this move here, right after we're on this liquidity, after going lower than this low right here. Okay, if you're able to just capitalize on that, this is regular, right? 130 points regular, but again, 500 point swings that we've been seeing, we gotta take advantage. Stay locked on charts. So that's my mindset. It's like I'm staying locked in for the rest of the month, and perhaps the whole summer. We're probably gonna see some wild movement. So that being said, I don't really see nothing exciting today. I think that we're done for the week. I'm gonna keep these shorts in, this demo shorts in. Since this fair value gap seems to be holding up. But on any other given day, this would either have dropped or pushed higher. So knowing when you see this type of consolidation, it's a thin day. The markets are not volatile. The markets don't have enough liquidity in them. Well, they do, but the market makers are assigned to hold price hostage. So you can't expect big moves. You don't want to over risk it. You're better off not pressing any buttons and waiting for better days. Plus, it's Friday. Is it Friday? I think it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. So, and these markets stop trading at 1 p.m. from my knowledge. So until next time, talk to you guys later. And catch you guys on the next one. We'll be live again next week. If you want to join, click the link in our bio, click some of the links, DM us, and be part of the Equity Heights. Looking forward to seeing you on the other side.